going to tell you a story. 'Twas on the 14th day of February, 1853. I was due to enter a plea of mitigation in the case of the Queen versus John Kettleborough, a man somewhat below my own station. The case was before a judge known as Danvers, or the old bastard to me and you. His temper was short, his tongue was sharp, retirement very much overdue. I stood up and introduced myself. But the judge, he whistled through his teeth. "Mr. Merryweather," he said, for that is my name. "May I ask you to be exceedingly brief? You see, he had a luncheon appointment, starting at 12 noon sharp. I am not minded to miss the same," he said, with a humourless laugh. So I entered my plea of mitigation, with no little skill or precision. But the judge, he rejected my plea and sent the poor sod to prison. That's not all, there's more. Soon after my meeting with Judge Danvers, my poor mamma passed away. Well, she'd drunk and smoked through 3/4 of her life, so I suppose she'd had her day. But losing one's mother is a terrible thing. I was distraught and felt completely bereft. My father had predeceased my mother, so there really was no one else left. A notice of her death appeared in the London Times. As a consequence, I received letters by the score, including one from Judge Danvers, delivered personally to my chambers door. My clerk bid me receive him, and I found him in a state of high emotion. Indeed, several other counsel abandoned their desks to investigate the commotion. The judge said to me, "I know I'm known as the old bastard, but I have a heart as warm as any other. Mr. Merryweather," he said, for that is my name, "I was deeply in love with your mother." A few days later, he was next to me at the graveside. So disabled he could barely stand, and as the first clod of earth hit the coffin, he suddenly grasped my hand. A week later found Danvers also dead, his headstone encrypted with the words, "The old bastard." And as I stood over his plot, all I could picture was him and my mother in bed. Gradually I went through her belongings and began to feel a little bit better, and came across some correspondence, including this very letter. It is from Danvers to my mother. It reads, "Dear Emily," for that was her name, "I have executed the deed of settlement, which ameliorates some of my pain. The money in trust will pass to our son when the second of us shall die. I hope he reads this letter, otherwise he may forever wonder why. He will discover that I am his true father, a secret kept to avoid your shame. He will know how much I loved him. Dear Robert," for that is my name. A few months later, I made a further discovery. That day I entered my plea. The luncheon appointment Danvers had was with my mother. It was the 14th day of February, 1853. That's it. Finish. Go. Go.